So over the past week, we saw Bitcoin literally a few $100s within breaking all-time highs. Again, this is hinting and leading up to a massive bull market. And of course, you want to take advantage of any trading opportunities that will arise during the next few months. So in this video, we'll be taking another look at the PrimeXBT platform here and going deep into some trading strategies. But of course, before we do get any further, remember the usual disclaimer that nothing here in today's video should be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Treat this strictly for educational purposes. So again, as traders, we're constantly seeking out tools and platforms that empower us to make informed decisions and execute our strategies seamlessly. Today, we're focusing on PrimeXBT, a platform designed with the needs of discerning traders in mind. So PrimeXBT offers a vast array of tradable assets. On here, you can trade traditional Forex pairs. We can see all of these on the left-hand side, cryptocurrencies and commodities. This allows you to diversify your portfolio and capitalize on opportunities across various markets. In this video, we will delve into 3 effective approaches that can be tailored to a variety of trading styles. But before I do that, let's discuss the PrimeXBT platform and how it could elevate your trading game. So if we go over to the crypto futures here, we have a very nice Bitcoin pair chart here. So as you can see, the PrimeXBT trading screen is simple and a clean interface that is very intuitive to use with all the tools that a trader would need, such as charting, access to indicators, all within an easy reach. One of PrimeXBT's strengths is their margin capabilities, with up to 1000x available on Forex trades and up to 200x available on Bitcoin and Ethereum. This allows you to leverage your capital efficiently, potentially magnifying your returns. However, it's important to remember that while leverage can amplify your profits, it can do the same for losses, so risk management here is crucial. PrimeXBT understood the importance of a smooth order execution. Their platform boasts high-speed processing and order matching, ensuring your trades are entered and exited efficiently with minimum slippage. Beyond these technical aspects, PrimeXBT prioritizes user-friendly experience that is easy to navigate, with all the more complex functions just a click away. So again, to sum up, it equips traders with comprehensive toolkit and access to diversified assets and leverage options. If you haven't got an account, again, you can sign up to the platform here today and experience it for yourself. And of course, you can find the platform linked down below. So now let's get into some trading strategies. So here we're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin USDT pair here, and we will be looking at the first strategy, which is scalping. So this involves taking advantage of tiny price movements in a market where the aim is to capture quick profits by entering and exiting trades within seconds or minutes. A way to do this is using support and resistance lines. So here we have our Bitcoin USDT on the 15-minute chart here. Of course, if you do not know what a support and resistance line, you want to be looking at the candles and see when they're basically heavily top or bottoming out, and that's where you can see strong supports. As we can see, if we draw some lines on the chart here, we have a pretty strong resistance line here at around 66,677. And again, we can see this bottom here is a very nice support. We can see the price action. We're not really going to go under about 67,000 here. So again, we can draw another line on the chart here to show our very strong resistance. Of course, trades can directly break through these. As we can see, we actually dipped below this 69,000 resistance and even here about 68,000, which of course saw a pretty big price action. But these are pretty key indicators of how you can trade. So the entry and exit, what you want to do is you want to enter a trade shortly after a price action reversal and then set a take profit near the next resistance to lock in some quick gains. For example, the current price here, we can see we actually have a slight resistance at this price point. We can see kind of the bottom of all of these candles lining up here. We're looking at around 68,300. So for example, either we're going to see a bounce on this reversal line, which we could look to do a long, or there, of course, depending on how strong this resistance is, we may go through it, but it looks pretty well established. So for example, here, we could do a market long on this resistance point right now with a buy order. Let's actually turn up the leverage so we can do a quick trade and magnify some profits. So let's place a buy order here. And then of course, we want to be looking to take profit near the resistance level to lock some quick gains. Or of course, on this case, we're looking to actually bounce off it. So we'll be looking for basically anything higher than the resistance line for a profit. On the flip side though, if you did a short and we dipped below the resistance level, you'd want your take profit basically near the resistance here. So again, that is very important to remember to set up your stop loss or limits. So for example, here our stop loss, or even, well, our sell actually, we would be looking for a take profit of a bit higher. And for example, if we actually drop below this resistance too far, say we go down to the next one, that would be where I would set my stop loss. So again, I'm hoping that we can bounce off this mark, and then maybe I'll take profit slightly high here, but we can pull it a bit more down for a quick trade. So back testing is important. So again, testing your strategy on historical data before risking any real money is very important about this. Again, scalping requires focus, meaning you do need to stay in front of your screen and constantly monitor this price action. So again, be prepared to watch the chart closely. Of course, also remember the transaction costs, fees, and wide spreads can eat into small profits. Factor these into your strategy. But of course, fortunately, PrimeXBT has very low fees at 0.01% for smikers and 0.02% for takers, plus tight spreads to ensure you maximize your scalping profits. So again, scalping can be a very rewarding strategy, but it's not good for everyone, as this again does require discipline, focus, a solid understanding of risk management. So now let's move on to trend trading. So you've heard this saying, trend is your friend. Well, that's for good reason, because trend trading capitalizes on existing market momentum with the aim of catching those profitable swings. So here's how it works. First, you need to identify a trend. The best way to do this is using a technical analysis indicator. Now, there are literally hundreds of trade analysis tools out there, such as moment indicators, moving averages, or trend lines to indicate possible directions in the market. There's no right or wrong indicator, so this really does depend on your personal preference and trading style. Again, you might know this one for me. One of my favorite indicators here is actually the Bollinger Bands. So let's pull these up here and take a look at the bands. So these bands are pretty simple how to look at it. The wider the bands get, the basically more volatile and the high price action we are seeing. What usually happens is you'll see the bands widen and then close together for a consolidation period. And after consolidation, you're going to basically see a breakout. And depending on the trend, you can obviously get an upwards breakout or a downwards breakout here. So in terms of where we are looking at with this price action right now, it seems like we probably are going to see some consolidation. Again, we've been going sideways for the past few hours. I reckon we're probably going to catch back onto this trend here and stabilize. And then we're probably going to see another breakout. Again, if we do even zoom out here, we can see this huge breakout here. We went sideways for a long time, gone down, going sideways again, and then we, of course, will probably see some large price actions shortly, but I don't think we're going to see anything massive right now. So again, PrimeXBT offers all popular indicators, so you can, of course, there's a chance that your favorite one will be on the platform, and you can, of course, try other indicators, and maybe you may even find a new favorite. So for the trend trading, we only enter trades that align with the indicator, and it's a signaling of an entry point. If the established trend is up, we go long, and if the established trend is down, of course, we short. Riding the trend's waves take discipline, so don't get shaken out by any short-term fluctuations. Trust your system and wait for the trend to play out. Having said that, trading is an odds game, and sometimes our call is wrong and the trend does go against us. So be alert for signs of a trend reversal, such as price breaking support/resistance levels. And of course, here again is where your stop losses come in handy. These will automatically exit your trade once the price moves against you to minimize any losses. The benefits of the trend trading include that you don't have to just sit here glued in front of your screen. Once you have your trend identification system set up, including your stop loss, you can literally just let things run automatically. Trends also often multiple entry and exit points. This gives you greater flexibility and you can play both sides, buying on uptrends and short selling downtrends. However, there are still some drawbacks with this strategy, such as the potential for trends to play out on extended periods, meaning you could be exposed to overnight fees and overnight market movements. But again, your stop loss that you do set up will mitigate this risk. Remember, trading can be a powerful strategy. Trends, though, can reverse. So staying adaptable, manage your risk, and cut losses when needed is the key to let your profits run, keeping a watchful eye for those trend changes. So next up is position trading. So let's clear actually our indicators here and go back to the base chart. So think of yourself as a seasoned investor, not a hit and run trader. Position trading involves holding onto an asset for weeks, even months, aiming to capture a bigger profit and trend. So this means we focus on high time frames like daily, weekly, or even monthly, because again, we're looking for long term. So let's move this from a 15-minute chart to, for example, just a daily chart here. And we can actually see some indicators over the past time. So this is of course daily, and we can bring this even all the way back to weekly. And I feel like on the weekly chart, you can actually see a pretty clear trend of how things are looking. So additionally, while technical indicators can be useful for entry and exit points, a position trade is largely driven by fundamental analysis and narratives. This could be a company's financials, industry trends, and overall economic climate. Or in the case of crypto, known events such as proof of work halving coming up, and of course, I feel like currently the election right now. So position trading is a marathon and not a sprint, so you may experience many small losses before the market moves in your favor. The key for this is to manage risk, such as investing a small portion per trade. This allows you to diversify your portfolio and weather those short-term fluctuations. So your position trading strategy must take into account, number one, long-term trend. You should identify the overall market direction using tools like moving averages on a daily or higher time frames. So for example, here we can actually add a moving average, and here we can see a pretty nice line of how the chart is going. Point two though is trend confirmation. Look for indicators like MACD to confirm the trend's strength and identify potential reversals. And third, entry and exit points. This is where your technical analysis skills to determine a set of rules on when you enter and exit based on your favorite indicators. So again, this current trend on the weekly time frame, we can see here we had a small dip and it looks like we're on a pretty strong uptrend. So we're probably going to see new highs again coming soon. Of course, the point around this for the long-term trend is we have the election coming up. And of course, this is the same year post-halving. Every 4 years, we normally see a pretty good pump into the end of the year. So, all right, traders, again, we've covered these 3 trading strategies which you can implement today. Each have their pros and cons, but the main thing is to discover which strategy fits your style and preferences. Hit the like button if you have learned something new today. Drop a comment which is your favorite style out of these, and subscribe for more trading tips and tricks. I will see you guys in the next video.